Imagine a country smaller than many states around the world. A country with no oil, no vast reserves of gold, no coastline, and with mountains covering most of its land. By every traditional measure, this country should never have become one of the richest nations on Earth. Yet today, it is.
Switzerland is home to some of the world's biggest banks. Its currency is trusted across the globe. Its watches are symbols of luxury. And its people enjoy one of the highest standards of living anywhere on Earth. So, how did a country with so few natural advantages become one of the wealthiest places in history?
Was it the banks? Was it neutrality during Europe's wars? Was it the famous Swiss watches? Or is the answer much deeper than that? The truth is, Switzerland's success wasn't created overnight. It took hundreds of years of smart decisions, strong institutions, innovation, and a unique way of thinking that very few countries have been able to copy.
In this documentary, we'll uncover the real reasons behind Switzerland's incredible wealth and discover why this small nation became one of the greatest economic success stories the world has ever seen. But first, there's one mystery we have to solve. Why did Switzerland become rich when almost everything suggested it shouldn't?
Before we continue, if you're enjoying this documentary and want more fascinating stories about history, geography, and the hidden secrets of countries around the world, take a second to subscribe to Beyond Maps. It helps the channel grow and lets you discover more incredible stories from around the world. Now, let's continue.
Every wealthy nation has an advantage. Some have vast oil reserves. Others control massive coastlines or abundant natural resources. Switzerland had none of those. So instead of relying on what lay beneath the ground, it had to make the most of where it was located. And that single advantage changed its future forever. Nestled between Germany, France, Italy, Austria, and Liechtenstein, Switzerland occupied one of the most strategic positions in Europe. For centuries, merchants, travelers, and armies moving across the continent all faced the same challenge, the Alps. And Switzerland stood right in the middle of them.
Switzerland sits at the very heart of Europe. For centuries, merchants traveling between northern and southern Europe had little choice but to pass through the Alps. These mountain passes became some of the continent's most important trade routes. Instead of conquering other nations or relying on natural resources, Switzerland quietly became the bridge connecting Europe's largest economies. Every caravan, every merchant, every shipment moving through these mountains created opportunities for Swiss communities to prosper.
Even today, that strategic location remains incredibly valuable. Some of Europe's busiest railways and highways still pass through Switzerland. Massive engineering projects, including some of the world's longest railway tunnels, allow goods to travel quickly between northern and southern Europe. Switzerland doesn't just sit in Europe, it connects Europe. And that connection has generated wealth for generations.
But geography alone doesn't create prosperity. Many countries occupy excellent locations, yet remain poor. So what made Switzerland different? The answer wasn't hidden beneath its mountains. It was hidden inside its government. And that's where the story becomes even more fascinating. But Switzerland's mountains and neutrality were only the beginning. The real turning point came when the country became something even more valuable, a place the world trusted with its money. Today, Switzerland manages trillions of dollars belonging to individuals, companies, and governments from almost every corner of the planet. But how did a small country with fewer than 10 million people become one of the world's financial capitals? The answer lies in trust.
For centuries, Switzerland remained politically stable while many other nations were fighting wars, experiencing revolutions, or suffering economic collapse.
Wealthy families needed somewhere safe to protect their fortunes. Businesses needed banks they could depend on. Governments wanted secure places to store reserves. Switzerland offered exactly that. Its banks earned a global reputation for reliability, security, and professional management. This reputation attracted investors from Europe, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and the Americas. As more money flowed into Switzerland, the country's financial sector grew into one of the most sophisticated in the world. Banking became more than just storing money.
Swiss banks began offering investment management, wealth planning, international finance, insurance, and private banking services for some of the richest people on Earth. One of the biggest reasons Swiss banking became famous was customer privacy. For decades, strict banking laws protected clients' financial information. Many people believed their money was safest in Switzerland because their identities and assets remained confidential. This tradition became known worldwide as Swiss bank secrecy. However, the system has changed over recent years.
International agreements now require Swiss banks to share financial information in many cases to combat tax evasion, money laundering, and financial crime. Even with these changes, Switzerland has remained one of the world's most respected financial centers because of its expertise, stability, and strong legal system. Money may come and go, but trust takes generations to build, and Switzerland spent centuries earning it. Yet banking alone doesn't explain why Swiss citizens enjoy such an extraordinary quality of life. The next piece of the puzzle may be even more surprising. It's the industries Switzerland chose to master.
For many people, Switzerland's wealth begins and ends with its banks. But that's only part of the story. If banking disappeared tomorrow, Switzerland would still be one of the world's most advanced economies. The country's greatest strength isn't simply protecting wealth. It's creating products so valuable that customers around the world are willing to pay premium prices for them. And it all starts with one word: precision. For hundreds of years, Swiss craftsmen developed a reputation for building products with extraordinary accuracy. What began as small workshops eventually grew into some of the most respected luxury watch brands in the world. Companies like Rolex, Patek Philippe, Omega, and Longines became symbols of quality, craftsmanship, and prestige. People don't buy these watches simply to tell the time. They buy them because they represent generations of skill, trust, and attention to detail. That same commitment to precision spread far beyond the watch industry.
Switzerland also became a global leader in pharmaceuticals and medical research. Some of the world's largest healthcare companies operate from Switzerland, developing medicines that improve and sometimes save millions of lives. Instead of competing to manufacture the cheapest products, Swiss companies focused on creating some of the best. That strategy allowed them to earn more from quality than many countries earn from producing goods in massive quantities.
None of this happened by accident. Switzerland invested heavily in education, technical training, and innovation. Young people are encouraged to develop practical skills through apprenticeship programs, where they combine classroom learning with real-world experience. This creates a workforce that is highly skilled, adaptable, and ready to solve complex problems. It's one of the reasons Swiss companies continue to compete successfully on the global stage.
This focus on quality extends into almost every corner of the Swiss economy, from precision engineering to advanced manufacturing to medical technology to food production. Switzerland built an international reputation for excellence. Rather than trying to produce the most, it chose to produce the best. And that decision changed everything.
By now, the picture is becoming clearer. A strategic location, political stability, global trust, world-class industries. Together, They explain much of Switzerland's remarkable success. But there's still one question left. Why has Switzerland managed to protect this prosperity for generation after generation, while so many wealthy nations struggle to do the same? The answer lies in something far less visible: the way the country is governed. By now, the answer is becoming clear. Switzerland didn't become rich because it discovered vast oil fields, or because it had endless natural resources. Its success came from something much more powerful. It built a country that people could trust. Over hundreds of years, Switzerland created stable institutions, invested in education, encouraged innovation, and developed industries known for quality rather than quantity. Those decisions attracted businesses, investors, entrepreneurs, and some of the world's brightest minds. One generation laid the foundation, the next improved it, and the generation after that continued building on the same principles. That's how lasting prosperity is created, not overnight, but over centuries. Perhaps the greatest lesson Switzerland teaches us is this: a nation's greatest resource isn't always hidden beneath its soil. Sometimes its greatest resource is its people, their ideas, their discipline, their willingness to plan for the future, and their commitment to doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. That is the true story behind Switzerland's remarkable success. But Switzerland is only one chapter in a much bigger story. Around our world are countries with incredible histories, mysterious borders, forgotten civilizations, and remarkable journeys that shaped the modern world. And here on Beyond Maps, we'll uncover them, one story at a time. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Beyond Maps, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which country should we explore next? Leave your answer in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Keep exploring beyond the maps.